Welcome back, everyone. I can think of no topic more relevant for this panel of guests than the extraordinary achievements of women of color today. Serena Williams, Simone Biles, and Misty Copeland. They are the best at what they do. Is it a black girl magic thing, or is it just hard work, determination, or a combination of both?
Combination. Nothing like the strength of a woman, but then there's nothing like black girl magic. I say it's a combination there.
I knew you might like that.
Absolutely.
All right. What about you, Talmesha?
I would definitely say it's a combination of both, but I really want to point out Misty because she's a dancer and she's an athlete. And a lot of times people don't equate the two. But trust and believe, there is hard work. Those point shoes will kill you.
I think we got some pictures there showing her in those shoes.
She's amazing.
And,
just look at
yeah,
her.
that's just amazing. So she is definitely an athlete. I kind of, I don't know, I kind of look at her as she could be a wide receiver or something. You know what I'm saying? Because she can jump. She can do all kinds of fantastic things with her body. Yeah.
Fun fact about Misty, her mom was a former NFL cheerleader.
Interesting.
Interesting.
That's the
Did
bomb.
you-
Cheerleading magic. That's the bomb.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. So talk about a little more about Misty and what types of things that she probably had to deal with, because it wasn't, you know, she had 2 strikes against her, but of course she's the, what is she, the lead dancer, principal dancer in the American Ballet. That was very tough. It took her a long time. It didn't just happen overnight. Right?
Absolutely not. Right.
I mean, I'm sure that, I don't really know Misty's story, but I know that in terms of even Serena Williams, I mean, being probably the greatest female athlete, or one of them, next to Simone, because Simone's done hers as well. I mean, she's earned her you know, her reputation. But I would say that Serena broke down the color barriers. And I think as a parent of someone whose daughter plays tennis on a very high level, and some of the challenges that my daughter goes through is so, even till this day, and I hate to say that about the tennis world because I love tennis, but the issues that happen with my daughter in matches, it's still there, and it's so frustrating.
When you showed me a clip of her watching Serena at the Australian Open, because her daughter is ITF tennis player, and she was down there playing in the Australian Open.
She was playing at the Australian Open. She's a very high-ranked junior player.
Right.
And
you showed me a clip of her watching Serena practice.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Yep, and she got to be with Serena's coaches and things like that. So I mean, she's very comfortable in that environment. But you know, I always talk to her about some of the challenges because I'm not with her all the time, and it's unfortunate she's just with coaches. And I'm sure that Serena has probably gone through that, and Serena has been called names, which is why she did not play in the tournament in Palm Springs. Simply because they called her and her father and Venus the N-word when Venus and Serena didn't play against each other because Venus hurt her leg. So they called her names and they called her the N-word. And that is why when she finally decided to play at Indian Wells last year, she was crying because she remembers the pain of going through what she went through years ago when she first played Indian Wells.
There's a saying, you can't be what you can't see.
Yes.
And so whether it's athletes, whether it's STEM,
that's great.
Role models are everything. And sometimes it can be challenging to be the first. But no, you know, I always say stay encouraged because you don't know what little girl you're inspiring.
Simone Biles, let's talk about her. I mean, what an outstanding athlete and just an outstanding person. Because all of these women are well-rounded. They're all business women too now.
Entrepreneurs.
Right?
If you look at the backdrop of what the whole Olympics was, Simone Biles, and if you know anything about gymnastics, and I'm pretty sure you can attest to tennis, these are sports that to our community, you gotta spend some money. And the higher you go, the harder that the finances get. And I had a couple people tell me I had to pull my daughter out of this. You know, if you look at Ibtihaj Muhammad and everything she meant for her religion and black women and fencing, you talk about the other Simone in swimming.
Simone
Who knew black people could swim?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Awesome
everything that was the first and everything that was proven to show about that black people are more than just the norm were by women this year. This was the year and the summer of the women. And black girls rock. Black girls rock. I mean, hey.
Always.
All right.
I was just going to speak on the challenges that you guys were talking about, like with tennis and gymnastics and all other sports, but specifically just how they're talked about because of their race, like with Gabby Douglas, how she's talked about so negatively because of her hair or because she didn't have her hand over her heart during the national anthem, whether or not she's still standing in salute and standing respectable. Just showing how much all of these African American female athletes have persevered, like you said, giving other girls that are coming up a role model to look up to. And a lot of them, even being brown skinned, a lot of people talk about their skin complexion and whether or not they like themselves and their skin complexion. I feel like these women in these prominent figures and just being in these type of positions give these young girls something to look up to and think that they're beautiful and that they're able to do these type of things. And whether it's being an athlete or whether it's being Michelle Obama or being the president of the United States, it just gives them somebody to look up to and know that even though I may face these challenges, I'm able to overcome them and still persevere.
Quick Black History fact, since it's Black History Month, FloJo, still the fastest woman
100
in the 100
meters. She
meters.
still holds the record.
With the hair and the nails and all, you go, girl.
I used to remember
I would
how
go
she
to
would
the nail
hold her
salon.
hand like this because her nails were
Her
so
nails
long.
were so long, right?
She's on her knuckles.
Still has the
you
record.
can still
no
do
one's
it fly.
broken it.
Speaking of
No one.
women doing things in different fields, you are doing something that's the first time I've seen a black woman at a Major League Baseball game hosting.
Yeah, I haven't
You're
heard,
doing something. You're the first.
Thank you. I haven't heard of any. I try to see if there has been, but I haven't heard.
So we have a first right here.
Yeah, excellent.
And this lady, PhD
Yes.
from Johns Hopkins. She was a Redskins cheerleader, and you're kind of a first as a Redskins cheerleader, doing the things that you're doing. Talk about the STEM and how important it is for you to inspire young girls, in that field.
I would say it's a personal responsibility to pay it forward and to mentor and to inspire. You grow up, whether you're a child or an adult, people try to put you in a box. You can't be this, you can't be that. And then people always ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they want one answer. But we're so multifaceted. And so many times girls feel not necessarily, they don't opt out of STEM, they feel pushed out because they have to sacrifice a part of themselves in order to be a part of the STEM world. But you can love makeup. Not only can you love makeup, you can be in the lab as a chemist and make it. And so I like to be able to share my personal story, my personal struggles. I always share the story when I was in the 3rd grade. I was in a math competition, and the mother of the reigning champion told me I would not win because I was a girl and I was black. 3rd grade. And so I share that story because we all experience that in our lives where people tell us what we can't do. But we use those obstacles as opportunities. And that's what Black Girl Magic is.
Yeah, there you go. And Hidden Figures is like perfect for you, right?
It is.
That movie.
It touches upon all of the conscious and unconscious biases that people have. And it's so important for us to bring attention to all of the hidden figures out there so that they aren't hidden anymore.
All right. Well, our time is up, ladies. Wonderful conversation. Thank you to Alena Neves, Brittney Ramsey, Jianni Smith, Mykell Ramos, and Dr. Talmesha Richards. You guys were awesome.
Thank you.
All right. And for The Bachelor, I'm Marvin Jackson. We'll see you next time. Yeah, right. We got some pizza in the back. How's that? Thanks, ladies. You guys were awesome. This was awesome. It should, and it's David Barnes. I wish they could still hear me.